Hey guys, guess what day it is? That's right, it's Thursday. So welcome to Tanisha's Tasteful Thursdays. Today we're going to be making a request that I had for banana pudding. And of course, it's going to be from scratch, of course. This is actually the banana pudding, like the homemade banana pudding that you bake in the oven with the meringue. So I'll show you every step, okay? So let's get right to it. I have already prepped all of my ingredients and they are right here in front of me. And I'm going to show you. So I have eggs, I have egg yolks, I have milk, I have sugar, I have, of course, vanilla wafers, and bananas. All right, so that's the basic ingredients. And of course, I'll put all the ingredients down below. Make sure you like, and you share. All right, so great. So let's get it started. So first, I start with 4 egg yolks, okay? 4 egg yolks. Goes in the pot. Now, my pot is not on yet. I'm just letting you know, okay? So I have 4 egg yolks, and then I have 1 whole egg, okay? And it goes in the pot as well. Now I'm going to add 1 cup. 1 cup of sugar into the pot, all right? Once again, my pot is not on quite yet, all right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix this together, like I'm gonna, incorporate this. Of course, my pot, once again, is not on yet. When you're working with eggs and milk, you don't want to scald or burn your ingredients. This stuff, it costs too much and you don't want to keep messing up. So I mix my sugar and my egg yolks first before I cut the heat on and add the milk and all that stuff like that. For me, it's easier to go ahead and get it mixed in because once you add the milk, it's going to be hard, or you can make a mess, or if your heat is on, you can make scrambled eggs. And you don't want to make scrambled eggs in the pot, okay? So I mixed, it's pretty well mixed now. So I have my yolks and my sugar, cup of sugar, mixed together. All right, so now I am going to add 4 tablespoons of flour. Flour is a thickening agent, okay? And we're making a pudding, so we wanna make sure that our pudding is nice and thick. So I'm going to stir the 4 tablespoons of flour. Okay, and it looks like this so far, all right? So now I'm going to add 3 cups of whole milk. 2 cups. 1 more cup equals 3 cups. Alrighty. So I'm just lightly stirring this all together, making sure everything is mixed in well before I cut my heat on, okay? Now, I don't know all, but I'm just sharing with you the way that I do my recipes, okay? This is not necessarily a quick and easy recipe, but it is easy. And if you pay attention and follow the directions to the T. Okay, so everything is incorporated in now. There's no kind of sugar blocks or anything at the bottom. It's all liquid and mixed in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my heat on. And I'm going to cut it on at about 5, okay? Now the thing is, like I said, you don't want your milk and your eggs to scald, so you have to continuously stir. I'm not going to sit here and stir the whole time, actually. So I'm just letting the heat get to it a little bit before I stop stirring, making sure that there's no sugar at the bottom of my pot or any eggs at the bottom of the pot. All right, so it's good. So I'm gonna actually let it sit for a little bit. While it's sitting, we're gonna go ahead and make the meringue for the top of the banana pudding, okay? I'm gonna put these dishes away. Now I have put my mixing bowl and the whip attachment in the freezer so it can be really nice and chill and make a good meringue, okay? So I'm going to attach it. And I had 4 egg yolks, correct, in my pudding mixture. So I took the egg whites And that's what we're gonna use to make the meringue. So I'm gonna pour the 4 egg whites in the mixing bowl, as well as a 1/4 cup of sugar in the mixing bowl, okay? And like a pinch of salt, okay? Throw it in that mixing bowl, all right? So now we are going to turn it on and let it blend. I started off low and then I get higher until it gets fluffy and then I stop, so. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like as it's mixing. Alright, you see that? So it's starting to incorporate and it's starting to get whipped. Now while it's whipping, I'm going to stir my pudding mixture. I really do not want it to scald, guys. So I'm really making sure that nothing scalds. Nothing gets burnt on the bottom of the pot. Alright, so it's good for right now, okay? My meringue is starting to look real nice. I'll show you. Look at that. Yes. Y'all, my little KitchenAid is at 10, okay? It is going. Stir again. Alright, so my meringue is pretty thick and nice. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Alrighty, so this is the meringue. Alright, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the freezer and let it stay cold until I'm ready to actually put it on top of the pudding. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continuously stir my pudding every couple of seconds or so. Maybe a minute or so. All right, so I'm gonna let that cook until it gets thick and we'll be right back, okay? Hey guys, it's time. So we are back. Let's see, my pudding stayed on the stove and boiled for, I'm gonna say about 25 minutes, only because I cooked it low and slow because I really did not want the bottom of my pot to scald or burn. So it's done now, and I'm going to show you how thick it looks. See, that's how thick it is. All right, it's really, really thick, okay? After it is done cooking, and you have the heat off, that's when you want to add your vanilla extract, okay? And I just pour it. It's about a tablespoon. You put it extra if you want it to be really flavorful. Now, while my pudding was cooking, I went ahead and lined my Pyrex pan with my Nilla wafers. And I also sliced my bananas. Now, a lot of people, surprisingly, like banana pudding without the bananas. However, I say you haven't tried mine yet. So I slice my bananas really thin, so that people don't really notice it in the pudding. So we're gonna line the pan, or we're gonna put the bananas on top of the cookies for our first layer of pudding. Okay, and I'm just spreading them out, various areas. Now for me, I like to get super ripe bananas whenever you're doing banana pudding. The store didn't really have like super ripe ones, like the ones with the black marks on them, but these are pretty decent and they'll do. I tasted them and they're sweet, so it's okay. Alrighty, so I have my first layer of banana spread onto the cookies. Now I'm gonna take some of the pudding and I'm gonna pour it on top, okay? All right. Now, if you're making like a pudding for your family, like it's a big pudding, you can double this recipe. I'm actually gonna save the rest of the pudding that I have in that pot because I have a banana pudding cake to make after this. So I'm gonna put the remaining bananas in the pudding on top. And my sister, she likes extra cookies in her banana pudding, so I'm gonna put extra cookies in there because I'm thinking about her. So I put the rest of the bananas on top of the pudding, like that, okay? And now I'm going to take the rest of the vanilla wafers and spread them in various areas on top of the bananas. Because my sister likes extra cookies. Okay, so now it's time for the meringue, the topping. Okay, so we have cookies spread. Now we're gonna take our meringue that I had in the freezer and we're going to spread it on top of the pudding. Okay, so I'm gonna do a clean sweep across the pudding. Make sure I cover everything. Okay, then I'm gonna take a fork. I'm gonna make a little piece in my pudding. So I'm just gonna take the fork and I'm just twirling it around, making like little designs almost in the pudding. Oh, well, not in the pudding, but on top of the meringue. This is where some people can get really fancy. I'm not too fancy, but I want my pudding to look nice. Because presentation is everything. People eat with their eyes before they taste an actual dish. All right, so I have my peaks. And I'm going to wipe off the extra from the edge of my Pyrex pan. Now we're gonna put it in the oven at 325. And we just want our topping to get a little brown. All right, so we'll be right back and I'll show you the finishing touches. Hey guys, we're back. So it's been about 6 or 7 minutes in the oven and I'm just gonna pull it out now. I think it's ready, yes. It's as brown as I would like it to get. If you want your topping to be browner, you can. but this is mine. So here we are, the finished product. Homemade Nana pudding. All right, guys, so good luck on making this recipe. I hope you enjoy it because it's really good. Some people eat it hot. However, I like mine a little cold, so you let it cool down and enjoy it with some pound cake maybe, or just banana pudding and maybe a side of ice cream. I don't know, whatever you like, you can enjoy. All right, guys, have a great day. Happy Thursday, and we'll see you next time. Remember to like, and share. See you later.